What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's up?
Gentlemen.
Oh, that's the way we're doing it this week. We got Stress in right out the gate. I thought we was gonna do a big introduction with.
You know, that's only with the alphas that Roger does the introductions. You know how he is.
Such a hater, you know. He's such a hater.
Exactly.
That's all. What's going on, man? How's everybody doing?
Man, life is a box of chocolates. And I know it's in them all because I bought them.
You bought them with the big wallet you got.
Yeah, you've been balling, Shawn, in Philly. You know,
Man.
your way through the city, I see.
No, them tennis balls and ping pong balls, they not real big balls. They. Hey, look, hey, Randy, you take that how you want to, you know, but.
I was trying not to say that. I had to laugh and look down. You saw the look down like, I ain't going to say it. I'm going to be quiet.
I'm going to let that ride. Are we being joined by Robert tonight, or is he going to make a grand entrance, or is
we don't know.
Miami
Man. We're just trying to get to his hotel, but we can jump right in without him, and I'm sure he'll pick up.
We can definitely jump in. I was just curious, you know. How's everybody doing, man? I'm out in Philly for the first time ever, man, and it's pretty cool. I fly out tomorrow. I don't know where my glasses are. I fly out tomorrow, man, and Philly's been good, man. Cigar bars, cigar bars, cheese steaks. I dig it. I did not know the homeless problem was as big as it is here. So that was an eye opener for me. For a while, I was like, "Can I see somebody black that looked like they went to school?" Because I wasn't seeing none of that. And then my hotel just happens to be on Broad Street, which is in an area where it goes down. But I got a chance to. I don't know if any of y'all saw that interview with Michael Collier on YouTube, man, where this cop was harassing him a couple of years ago in this park.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Yeah, because he walked through it with an unlit cigar. It wasn't even lit, and the dude wrote him a ticket. And I didn't realize that that's where it was until I walked right into the park, and I was like, "Shit, this is the same park that Michael Collier was in, when that happened." So anyway. Hey, man, let's jump right in, man. I'm going to introduce the usual suspects, and then, Brother Stress, I'm going to let you take a few minutes, man. Tell everybody, what you're doing, how you came to be on the show, what you're all about, what eyebrow ring you rocking this week, that kind of thing. We got the total gent up in the left, the peck-popping total gent.
The implants are working.
Yeah, they're not infected yet, Mel. Local actor, all around great dad, serial entrepreneur, true Renaissance man. Glenn Murray, the creator of the Wine Crawl, head of 220 Communications, part of G Rose Productions, promoting one of his book projects, Faith, Failure, and Success behind him. I am your humble host, Shawn Mason. I do a little of this, I do a little of that, as Mel would say. and then I'm gonna have this is what, maybe your third time, Randy? Is this your third time?
Yeah, technically it's my third time.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about when you dropped in on us for the anniversary. I guess I kind of count that one. But hey, man, tell everybody a little bit about you if they're a first time viewer. And before he does that, everybody that's watching, please share the show to your Facebook page. And I'll try to remember. I need to set a timer like every 15 minutes to remind the new people that popped in. Share the show to your page, and continue to help us, man, get this movement, out to more people. But without further ado, one of our favorite guests, one of our, as they would say in the church house, a brother beloved.
Oh man, I'm a heat, so I don't know. I'm a heat. Right. A lot of church stuff.
Hey,
so.
No. You was in the church as a visitor.
I'm Randy Stress. I'm the host of the Stress Free Zone TV show on YouTube. I'm a writer. I write songs, screenplays, television shows. I won an Emmy from some BS that I did. They got me on the show because they were kind of desperate, and they was like, you know what? He ain't doing nothing today. Let's give him a call. That's pretty much me in the nutshell.
That's definitely not true, man. You bring a certain power and presence, and you're handsome. You know, all that counts, man. You know, you are a unique energy, man, and we dig having you on, man.
I get a lot of that lately. I get the handsome thing, but it's always from fellas. I ain't had a woman say that to me yet. That's starting to hurt a little bit. I'm starting to think y'all just lying to me to make me feel good.
Hey, man, with just to ease your mind, I think you're handsome, but I do not want your number.
There you go.
Yeah. I appreciate your handsomeness from afar.
I appreciate you guys having me back on the show. I love this show. This is so much fun.
Hey, man, well, I'm one of those cats who's comfortable in his emotions, man. So I can speak for everybody and say we love you and love you taking the time out, man, to be with us and join us, man.
You speak for yourself. I don't even like dude.
Look, I prefer one that don't like me. At least he gonna tell me the truth.
Hey, he ain't like me, Randy, because there's been some cats on here that I did not like, and I played the role like, okay, I'm gonna pretend that this person is not driving me crazy.
You gotta stop talking about me in my face, Shawn. Like, I don't appreciate you just all in my face.
That's a hard role to play because at the end of that, you tired as hell because you was fighting back all them emotions the whole time.
Randy, that shit is exhausting, dude. It's exhausting. I feel like I should be with male acting somewhere, after that.
There we
go.
But
anyway, man, before we get into some topics, man, and I'm as you can see, I'm in a totally different deal this week, and so I'm on my tablet and I can't see everything the way I typically can, man. So if I can't see.
Okay, so there's that. So, gentlemen, what shall we talk about today?
So,
I'm looking at this. How do you handle chemistry without attraction thing? That sounds like a weird thing to have to deal with.
No, me and Mel have had this conversation several times.
Several
times. Yes. Like there is somebody, just imagine you're with somebody and they press all the right buttons for you in terms of you like being around them. They think like you. You like the same things. All of that. But there's just no attraction. There's like no sparks at all. They're so cool. You're like, okay, you can be in my space and everything else. You're so cool, but I don't feel you that way. I mean, I think that's a real thing. And I think women admit it more than men do, I think. Because women will be like friend zoning you in a minute. Like,
y'all jumped into a topic that quick. What I missed? Golly.
How do you handle chemistry without attraction?
And I was just saying that sounds like a friend to me. Because I mean, my friends are all cool with me and we can hang out and everything is great. It's like we got the best, and I just don't look at them like anything other than a friend. But I never thought about the.
But what if they're pressing it? What if they're pressing it? Like, okay, welcome, Robert. We're glad you could join us from the bar. Appreciate it.
Hey, Mr. Tardy to the party. Good to see you.
Like I said on Secrets from the Cave. Whole different vibe with Rob now since the second season started. He think he's running the show now.
Rob, damn celebrity.
We're on a topic, Robert. We know who you are. We're on a topic. How do you handle chemistry without attraction? Randy was filling us in.
So the thing about pressing, I'm not one of those people that you want to keep pressing because I'll give you one or two, but then on the third one, I'm gonna give you honesty. And like I'm always coming with the stories. Dang, I did a lot of bad stuff in life. I had a girl who just would not stop. She just kept on. We should this, we should that. And I'm like, look, I don't see you that way. And she was da, 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 da. And then she started fronting me. She was like, oh, you think you all that? Da, da, da. And I was like, and my friend was like, you might want to be quiet because I can see that look in his eyes. She kept on, what's wrong with me? And then I'm like, all right, well, your personality is ugly. The way you dress is terrible. I'm like, the way you're popping off right now make me wish I could slap you in the face. You're lucky I'm not one of those kind of dudes. And I just went down the line. And then after that, she kind of like, and then I became the asshole, but I'm like, you pressed me. I politely said,
leave me the hell alone about this.
Right. You tried to front me. And once you front me, then it was just like the evil door just opened up. It was like, well,
the evil door.
I've been waiting for this.
that sounds like a movie you wrote, The Evil Door.
And I need to write that because there have been times I tell people all the time, I give you nice. You don't want the other guy. He could say stuff that'll have you ready to stab me. You'd be like, man, I'm gonna have to shoot Randy for what he just said.
So check this out, Randy. This is my struggle with that. I always feel like when I'm in that situation, I feel like, am I missing something? Like, am I making too much of the attraction piece when the chemistry piece? Because if we have the attraction piece without the chemistry piece, that ain't gonna last, right? Because after a while, you know, I don't care how fine you are, if I'm not feeling you or there's something about you that rubs me, then I mean, we all got some fine exes, you know what I'm saying? And so I start to wonder, like, damn, am I one of those dudes who's missing the meat? You know what I'm saying? Like all the meat is in the chemistry, and I'm not honoring because I've been in that situation, right? And I've been in that situation a couple of times, and I always choose the lack of attraction and say I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying I'm the same dude as you are, but I challenge myself sometimes and go, am I missing the chemistry thing? Because man, when you don't have the chemistry thing, it's brutal.
So do you use that, Shawn, as a way to get out? When you say the lack of attraction?
For me, it's not a way to get out. It's a reason to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like I'm moonwalking out the back door like, here's my chance. It's like, man, I need this. You know, I'm still young enough in my life that there are some things that I feel like are must-haves. You know, now a lot of must-haves that guys have are not on my list, right? But those two, attraction and chemistry, I have to have both of those. I'm not, if I got to sacrifice how successful you are or that kind of thing, or how you live or what your credit score is, or I can work through all those. But attraction and chemistry, I don't know if I can do it.
Can I just say something real quick? Because I know there's going to be some ladies out there. Y'all always looking for the finest girl. Attraction is not always about you being the finest girl in the room.
Man, would you say that?
You say that. That's the first thing you got to have the baddest. No, it's who I find attractive. It's what I find. It don't have nothing to do with. Yeah. There's a lot of real pretty girls that I've said no to. And
dude, I dated a babe, and this is no joke. I dated a babe. I was 100% content with her from her physical appearance. We were good. I took her to a Christmas party, and a week later, you know, maybe a week or so later, me and that girl ended up splitting. Might have been a little longer than that. And the person whose house we were at said, "What happened to the young lady you brought to the Christmas party?" And I said, "Oh, it didn't work out." I said, and then after that, she kind of became a stalker. This person looked me in my face and said, "Yeah, she looked like she would have to stalk." But my point is, I was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was attracted to her. So I really didn't care that somebody else thought she wasn't cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was attracted to her. So I was like, oh, well.
Yeah,
that wasn't
bother me if I was attracted. It never really bothered me, although, you know, I tried to make sure they were.
And I had a dude tell me my woman looked like a Doberman Pinscher.
And I thought my sister was bad. She told me you dated a couple of less than attractive women. That's the way she always put it.
That's keeping it light, Randy, when she says that. But I've dated some women, you know, obviously chemistry and attraction is important. You know, if they got a nice booty or something like that, you know, I'm good. But
did he really?
He did. He just said that. Yeah.
Man, I've been drinking. I came from the bar already. I already
just opened up the booty, though. I am an ass man, so it's more about the shape than anything else.
I came by the bar on my way into the hotel room. I came by the bar.
Mel, we're gonna let you go on and take this handoff from here and answer this question, please.
Because I'm gonna tell you, the first thing Mel's gonna say is that these views are not
thoughts and opinions of Randy Stress, Robert Hazzard, and Shawn Mason may not be those of the Man Cave, Heroes Productions, Indie TV, the Prosperity Group, or anything that Glenn and I are associated with. Because so far, we've been pretty good today.
We have.
It's early, Mel. You got a lot of time to go bad, Mel. It's early.
No, I'm the voice of reason. I don't go bad.
It's only 14 minutes in, so
yeah.
It's a long time for
I'm like canned goods, baby. I don't go bad.
Okay.
yeah, but all the salt.
That sodium is what kills
all the salt. Hey, man, shout out to my man Kevin Chambers, man. My man told me one time, you know, people, Randy, they try to be nice to you and wait till y'all break up before they say the bad shit. Me and this chick broke up, and my dude said, yeah, man, I just want you to know, she was not fine. She looked like a Doberman Pinscher.
Damn.
He said that to me.
My friends they don't wait till you break up. Like I had one of my friends said, "Man, you ain't got no ass," and I was like, "Damn, we still together."
Right.
Like
Right.
my friends don't care.
Right. Yeah.
Oh
Can,
man.
can you can you tell me that before we get divorced or something? Just tell me the truth.
Damn, Rob,
friends,
we already married and divorced? Damn.
Well, I'm just saying.
Hey.
Yeah.
my friends tell me the truth, but it's afterwards. But then they don't stop telling me the truth. I'm like, okay, y'all done said I made the mistake like 3 times now. Now every time I see you, I gotta be reminded of it. Like, okay, don't keep reminding me about it. I should have said something back while I was in the middle of the storm. Don't hand me an umbrella after the storm.
My friends will just wait to tell me they didn't like somebody. Like if they didn't like the person, they'll wait till we done. You know, and they'll play the role. I'll be like, I never could tell that you didn't like her. You know,
That's a good friend right there. That's a good friend.
Yeah, but meanwhile, they like, I hope they don't stay together.
Yeah. Speaking
my
of,
my mama was like that.
Robert's been drinking. Okay, we're gonna need that disclaimer, Rod, a lot tonight. I think.
You said a lot.
Can I take a break and I need to give out an award real quick? I need to give the On to the Next One award to J-Lo, because you talk about think like a man, date like a man, and do it the right way, baller style. She did it. She went from A-Rod to being in a split second. So she gets the On to the Next One award. She didn't let the grass grow under that.
Does she have more rings than LeBron right now?
I mean, her pivot game is strong. Her pivot game is better than Olajuwon in his prime. She can pivot on a dime. And
well, you know what? Check this out, Glenn. Before I say this, Mel, did you have anything else you want to say on the chemistry and attraction deal?
You know, I believe that chemistry doesn't necessarily equal relationship or courting or dating. You know, I saw a meme that says chemistry doesn't mean you got to be with somebody. Like you could own a taco truck together and be dope. You know what I'm saying? so a lot of times we take chemistry as a thing of, you know, what does this mean and where do we go from here? And there are a lot of people. I got a really, really good friend now that we had amazing chemistry tonight. We met and we're really good friends to this day. We never crossed that line. And the chemistry is still dope. We talk all the time and all of that other stuff, but we never stepped over and went past that. And I'm glad we didn't, because, you know, knowing what I know about her and probably what she knows about me, we probably see the nuances that would be like, yeah, this probably wouldn't have worked. You know
hey, man, I mean? Real talk. I think that's the biggest mistake that we make. I think we're such carnal beings that when we feel that electricity or we feel that energy, we automatically put it in a romantic space. Yeah. And in actuality, it's not always that. And so then you try to have a relationship with somebody that you were supposed to be friends with, and then you ruin the friendship and you end up with nothing.
But you know what? Men are better at doing the pivot to the friend than women are.
Yeah, to a degree.
Tell me what you mean about that, Glenn. What are you thinking?
So if you were friend zoned by a woman because you got good chemistry, but she's just not attracted to you, the expectation is you're going to be okay with it. You're going to deal with it. You're going to still be friends and hang out, do whatever you need to do. Try to do that to a woman, and you'll get a whole different response.
If she has an expectation, it's not going to happen.
That's not true. That's depending on the woman.
Well, yeah, depending on the woman.
Depending on the woman.
Well, I would say depending on the expectation. She may be somebody who is ambiguous as you are and say, I'm willing that it be whatever it shows itself to be. But if they walk in with a goal in mind and it's not lining up, I think they aren't any better than we are. But if they are organic,
I've been around women that have had a particular expectation, and that expectation wasn't met, and they realized that the value in our friendship was still enough to keep that friendship, even though they couldn't have me romantically. So I think it really depends on the maturity of the woman and the mindset of the woman. And if she can see past all right, well, I can't have this. It may have been what I wanted. And in all actuality, she may have thought it was what she wanted because of the package that was presented, or, you know, the limited information that she knew about you. And at the end of the day, she realizes, no.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. I think that preliminary period can make her see things a bit clearer. She might have saw Mel and saw him pop his pecs, and saw he was articulate. And then as you guys started to get out, when he's a great guy, but in a relationship, he might not be the guy for me. And that's not disingenuous. That's somebody taking the time to assess you and go, wow, I really think they're dope, but they're dope for somebody else and not me. That's how I think that plays out. And I actually wanted to talk about this later, but this is a great segue. And if y'all don't mind, production team, I'm on this tablet. I cannot see our normal chat. So Rob,
we got it.
Keisha,
We got you, bro.
Yeah,
no, I'm just saying if they're
you.
trying to
You
say
wanna do
something
it?
to me, send me a text and I can see it. But one of the things I wanted to talk about is right in line with this conversation, the pivot game, right? Lately, I see a whole lot of social media that encourages women to date freely and date often and date multiple people until they decide they know who sticks out, or until the guy shows himself to be the one that should be the point guard and they can put everybody else on the bench, right? The memes go something like date them all, sis, until they show themselves, right? And that's cool. I'm with that. But men do not get that luxury. A man can be dating two people, non-committal, not sleeping with them. He is a dog just because he's entertaining the company of more than one woman. Right. I can't do that. It's against the code.
It's against
I can't do that. But I find that, man, to be interesting that the society of females will gather and encourage women. Date freely, date often, date as many as you want to, but they will label us if we do the same thing. Well, what are your thoughts on that? Am I imagining that? Randy, come on.
I see it a lot, women doing that. And for me, if you're gonna do it, let me know up front. So then I know to do it, because I'm still old school. If I'm dating you, I'm dating you. I don't have time. I'm not trying to remember everybody's favorite color. I'm not trying to remember what you like to eat. I'm not trying to remember shit with the girl I'm trying to be with. So I can only do one at a time. If you're going to date multiple men, let me know. So then I know how to come at you. I know how to deal with everything, because certain things I ain't going to remember then, because I'm like, okay, well, you got two of us, so I ain't finna remember this. I ain't finna remember that, because obviously you don't feel strong enough for me to put that kind of energy into you. So I'm going to keep myself back as far as I can until you say either I'm gonna get with him or I'm gonna give you a better try. Then I give you more. But yeah, I do see women with my friends who do that. They're like, yeah, I'm dating a couple of girls. Oh, you ain't no good. Why you dating a couple? I'm like, you dating a couple of dudes. Like, how you gonna tell him he ain't shit to his face and you just told me you got two guys that you date?
Yeah. And I'm cool with knowing, as long as I know.
Yeah,
as long as I know what the rules are. I don't care if you're dating 3 or 4 guys, as long as I know what the rules are and you're not holding me to a standard that you're not willing to meet yourself. Glenn, what do you think, man?
I mean, when I was just really just seriously casually dating, that's cool. You can try to do that. That's cool, because I'm gonna always do it better. That's how I felt about it.
See, I have a personal rule.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was kind of harsh.
What I meant was,
put your horns back up, Glenn. Put your horns are showing.
I'm sorry. What I meant was, I really respect that they want to see other people. And, from that perspective, I just have to let them be who they want to be, and that's cool. And I'll be all right with it.
See, knowing Norma, I know I'm screwing her name up, but it's her Facebook name. The way she expressed it is the way I am. Until we have the conversation, I assume you're dating multiple people. You know what I'm saying? Until we have a conversation that says you're exclusively dating me, then I don't assume that you aren't dating other people. It doesn't mean I'm going to short you. I'm not going to not open every door and do all the things that I would.
Right. You're still going to get treated right. But
yeah, because I do realize that you may be trying to figure out what you want to do and who you want to be with, and that doesn't offend me. That doesn't offend me. Mel, come on.
Actually freeing.
Right. Mel, what are your thoughts? You typing and I can't read it.
No. I'm putting stuff in the chat for us for later, bro. Keep going.
Okay.
No, I want you to talk to me.
Really?
I want you to talk to me and tell me what you think.
So the voice of reason.
Okay, give me the question again.
We were talking about the double standard that exists when women are encouraged to date all of us until one of us shows themselves to be worth being the top dog, so to speak. But men get labeled if they're doing that same thing.
Yeah, I recently found myself in this exact same predicament. I was introduced to somebody who, it was a mutual friend that introduced us and said, she's open to dating. whatever. And, you know, I want to introduce her to some good guys. And I was like, good guys. Okay.
How many of us are there? Right.
Right. But I'm like, okay, that's cool too. Cause I'm dating, I'm not seeing anybody seriously or whatever. And so, for me, it doesn't bother me personally. I don't mind it. I think a lot of times we put all of our eggs in one basket. Then, you know, we drop the basket and all the eggs break and we were like, damn, I ain't got no eggs. And I really like breakfast. And so, you know, there's a thing of until you know, and the crazy part is, you know, I think a lot of times when women are honest with me and they say, you know, well, I'm dating and I'm seeing, you know, multiple people or whatever, and they'll put the caveat out there, I'm not having sex with everybody or whatever, and then when we say, yeah, that's cool, you know, I'm dating too, it's like, oh, you know, like, yeah, I am a prize.
I'm doing the same thing you're doing.
Yeah, and yeah. I'm weighing my options because, you know, I can't spend all my time and resources in this one particular situation, and you know, you ain't even decided if you like me yet, really.
Right.
You know, so I mean, I think it happens. I think the primary thing that I'm concerned with is the level of honesty with it all that each person has, and I'm an open book. And you might not like what you're reading. Put the book down.
Yeah.
Dude, I am so open that I have some female friends that don't like how open I am. They're like, you don't have to share all that. And I'm like, look, I don't want to waste nobody's time, and I don't want my time wasted. So if you know, whatever I think is going to be a hurdle for you, whether it's the fact that I'm openly dating, whether it's the fact that I'm this, or I have this, or I don't have that, we dealing with that quick. Because I don't have time to hang out with you for 3 months and then find out, you know, that you have to have a man that has a certain salary, or you have to have a man that has this particular goal in mind, or a man that doesn't want to live in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get it all out the way, and then let's see if we like each other. But that's
I think it's important. I mean, you know, Mel kind of talked about what I would have said too, but I've always gone into it thinking that somebody has somebody. Always, you know, whether I'm the backup guy or the front guy, you know, there's always somebody that's looking to get on the bench, you know, where I'm at as well. So that's where honesty, you know, comes into play. And then you can say that you're dating somebody, I'm dating, and then when it gets really serious, then you can look at them and say, wait, I know we all say that we dating, but I want you to be the main person that I'm dating. And that takes honesty from both parties. They got to get rid of the people that they've got.
Hey man, I had somebody. You gonna swear I'm lying when I tell you this, but I had somebody one time that I was dating. Actually, tell me.
Did he do dating? What's that?
They actually told me.
Dating?
They actually told me that they were sleeping with a guy while we were in the preliminaries of dating. And we had not slept together. And so I asked her, like, in the best hood way I can, like, where they do that at? Like, how you dating me and you're telling me that you're sleeping with this guy, but we haven't slept together? You know what she said to me? She said, well, it's just sex. I'm trying to build something with you.
You're special.
Yeah. I like you, Shawn. Yeah, I mean,
so you don't get no. Hey, Rob, you can't have no random coochie. The random coochie is for dude. I'm really trying to build something with you. And I told her, you will never sleep with me. Yeah. And that was the last time that we dated.
Have those scruples, Shawn. Stand up for your rights. That's right. Don't let them have it.
Right.
It would have been do it. It would have been a grudge session at that point anyway. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's another topic of the show.
We got
another topic. You see that shit at the bottom, Shawn?
Let's go to that topic.
Oh, I thought that was a joke. Okay, good.
That's serious. But
my celebrity crush.
A joke. Really?
Where would I take
that question? First of all,
Mel, he's the only celebrity on the. Well, Rob is.
But you could have a celebrity crush. You could have somebody who, if you had your shot, You know what I'm saying?
I take her to Popeyes.
Popeyes.
No, to be honest with you though, hey, Randy, to be honest with you, I wouldn't take her anywhere different than I would somebody I was feeling locally. Like, cause I'm not gonna do anything any different. This is who I am, and this is, how I get down, and what I do, and we're gonna find a good little Asian spot with cool drinks and sit at the bar if it ain't no tables and chop it up. And I'm not, because I think it's also important in that situation that they don't get treated like a celebrity. They get treated like somebody that you're interested in and you're serious about. But I think you definitely can't do anything any differently or have any stars in your eyes, because that's the same way when you date crushes. I've had the good fortune of being able to turn a few crushes into actual dating experiences. And what I've learned, Mel, which is fascinating, is that you don't realize how much you romance those people and you dehumanize them. And then when you get closer to them, you realize they aren't as special as you maybe made them out to be. And it's easy to be disappointed by crushes. It's almost kind of like, I don't want to go out with nobody I had a crush on, because
that pedestal only has like 2 legs.
Right.
But that's why, with me and Sanaa Lathan, she doesn't.
Boy, Glenn is gonna take your whole head off.
I'm just saying. I had her first. I
Really?
have her first.
Really?
Get the yellow tape. Get the yellow tape.
First, but
Really, Rob?
But I'm just saying. Brother.
I was the only vote for you to be on this show, right? You do know that. I think wisely about the next thing I'm gonna say.
Hey, Glenn, the next thing you say is going to be very important to the rest of your life.
Very important. The next words out of your mouth are going to determine your future.
So here's the deal. I had 2 celebrity crushes, and Gabrielle Union was the second one.
I've never felt Gab like that. Never.
Man, because have you seen that smile? See,
she's beautiful. She's beautiful. Man, something about her personality rubs me, man.
She is like as pretty as she looks on TV, though. If you've seen her in person, she actually is very beautiful in person. I've seen her in person. So
you know who looked like they needed Neil in person? Robin Givens.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh my God, I wouldn't even holler at her in the Target. Like, her genes committed suicide because they were living an empty life. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Robert, would you finish your story, please, Robert?
Yeah. All right. So here you go. So here's the thing with I'm gonna give you the other one. I'm gonna just stick with Gabrielle Union because I still think
good choice, Rob.
Yeah. So but it's really about picnics, doing something that they would not expect. Because we could all take them to SDK and, all these other places. But the whole goal is to take a celebrity crush somewhere that they wouldn't think that you take them. That doesn't cost a whole lot of money because they just want you to enjoy them and all of that sort of stuff. So that's
Maxwell's Polish as it is.
Yeah, no onions though. But yeah, we could do that and have a good time. So that's what I would do.
Randy, what would you do? Where would you take your celebrity crush?
Seriously, Dave and Buster's. And people always laugh at me for that, but I want to have fun with you. And
right, it's interactive. I get it.
Mm-hmm. We can laugh, we can joke, we can get something to eat, you can drink. And the whole time I get to gauge the person that I'm with. And I don't give a damn if you're a celebrity or not. I'm going to treat you the same way. So let's go somewhere, have fun, and chop it up. I get to know you better that way. That's fine.
Where did you take Sanaa, Glenn?
We just gonna come back tonight. You just gonna remind me of past relationships. We just gonna keep bringing up my past. If I were taking a celebrity crush out, if we were in Chicago, I'd probably take them to like Brookfield Zoo so we could walk and talk. If I were in LA, I'd take them to the Getty Museum, which is absolutely beautiful.
What's that again?
The Getty Museum.
You grab a pen, Randy. Grab a pen. Hey, Glenn. Hey, you dope, dude. You got different dates for different cities. I mean, you dope.
I know. I hadn't even got to Miami or New York yet. You hadn't even heard me do Miami, New York, or DC yet. So, I got crushes in different area codes. Okay. No, I'm just
I think that the answer we really want to hear is from King Papa Peck. Mel, Mel, where would you?
Wait a minute. Rod,
That's the first time I made Mel laugh in about 3 months. Hey, where would you take your celebrity crush? Because she probably got a crush on you.
He's a celebrity.
She doesn't. She doesn't. So yeah, it's a touchy subject with my celebrity crush.
Why is that, Mel?
Cause man, you know, Alicia Keys really hurt me when she ended up with dude, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know that I knew that was your crush, man. You held that down pretty well. You held that down.
But if she into stealing people, then I should be able to steal her.
That's what messes me up.
The views of Mel Roberson, ladies and gentlemen, are not those of NDTV nor live from
steal a wife. Really, man?
Yeah. She stole her husband.
That's the word.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, is all I'm saying.
Hey, that's the word on the street that she's straight. Yeah. That's the word on the street. You know what, man? This I have 2 celebrity crushes right now. One babe is named, and I don't watch anything that she does. She's on some of these, these sister shows with all the not the reality TV, but these BET shows with, it's like all of the women and all their relationship drama or whatever. And her name is KJ Smith. You know what that babe is?
On Sisters? On Tyler?
Yeah, I think so. And then there's another babe named, I want to say her name is Andrea Bordeaux. She's on another show. Yeah, those are my 2 celebrity crushes. But
Rosalind Sanchez. Rosalind Sanchez. Look it up. Look her up.
I don't have a celebrity crush right now. I'm a little mad. I guess all the women I'm crushing on IG and TikTok.
I mean, I'm saying the same thing, Randy. I'm thinking.
He said on TikTok. Hey, have you noticed though? After much counseling, I don't mention the other woman ever again. JJ, don't even come into play. No
you really don't. Your counselor is really good. You have not mentioned her in some time.
Me and Khalid Scott had a session after last week, and you talked me through that and got me off that. So I moved on now. I don't know.
Hey Mel, somebody said that you sounded like Grub Man from the 5th Floor when you talked about you.
Yeah, your voice, you got a little weird on the stuff for a minute. About you.
Hey, your sensitive side was showing,
Yeah, you leaned in, but you didn't lean in with facts. You leaned in with I'm gonna steal his wife.
Hey man,
you know what you did.
Hey, check this out. So I was having a conversation, man, with a good friend of mine about a week ago, and we talked about this, and I thought it was heavy enough that I wanted to share it with you guys. What do you think is heavier to carry once you've gotten past 40? Is it having never been married, or is it being a divorcee? Now, I'm going to answer it first. I usually let everybody go first, and then I try to answer last. I want to share mine because my memory is bad, and I'm drinking, so I want to forget what I was going to say. I personally think that it is heavier to carry never being married, because for me, there is a part of that. If you are frail enough, you will allow yourself to be concerned with the fact that nobody's ever staken a permanent claim to you, especially as a woman who is conditioned to be pursued, right? Then that means nobody has ever stepped up and said to you, I want to keep you forever, right? Whereas if you've been divorced, at least somebody has staken a claim to you and it didn't work, right? But at least somebody said, I want to try to take this ride to the end with you. Whereas if you're in your 40s, 50s, never been married, I know for a fact that the first thing that comes out of people's mouth is what's wrong with you, right? If you've been divorced, nobody asks you what's wrong with you. They ask you what happened, whose fault it was, right? But they don't automatically think that there is something broken with you. But when you get to your 40s, your 50s, you've not been married, people tend to inherently think, okay, you must be the problem. What the hell is wrong with you? So I'd like to hear from you guys on that, because I thought it was a really interesting. therapists are on hold now. I thought it was a really interesting thing to consider. And I was like, I don't want to trigger Rob.
Hey, I'm not. I'm not triggered by that question, but I think that the number one thing I think even Kay Thomas talks about it is that divorce. The fact that for me that I've been divorced a couple times is that's a heavy weight because you get judged when you go into the next relationship. No matter how good you think it is, people are asking you. So have you been married before?
Yeah.
Therapist said don't tell them how many. But it's kind of hard to, to not do that. But there's a stigma that comes behind it. So like you said, Shawn, you can the getting to the marriage piece of it is something, but holding on to the marriage is really important. And you can say so many times that maybe you made the wrong decision, maybe you were leaning off of love or or something like that. But after a while, man, there's some lessons for me that that I have to look at. But yeah, so that's a heavy piece for me.
I want to hear from Mel next, but before he chimes in, I want to ask Roger, because I actually had a conversation with Roger about this, and Roger gave me a really fascinating analogy, and he used the home buyer versus the home owner analogy, and I don't want to screw it up. So Roger, if you can somehow feed that to Glenn or Rob or Mel so that they can share that, it would be awesome, because I was floored by his analogy. I just have an awful memory, and I'm scared I'm gonna screw it up. But while we wait on that, Mel, what do you think about that?
So I guess I'm a bit of an enigma when it comes to this topic, because I don't give a fuck about either one of them, and I don't think people should either. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're over 40 and you've never been married, it's quite possible that you've dodged several bullets. Mm-hmm. If you're over 40 and you're a divorcee, then you didn't live the rest of your life in misery. So, it's one of those, do you look at the glass as half empty or half full? Because at the end of the day, all I really care about is my own personal happiness, and nobody on the outside world should have anything to do with how I view that. And I think a lot of times people beat themselves up too much about either one of those things when you shouldn't. The rest of the world is beating your ass every day anyway. Why are you going to beat yourself up about a situation?
And I think it's great to be that strong, but the reality is the world is not full of people with your resilience, and I've talked to people that feel a certain way because they're women in their 40s, and some of them are single mothers, and they've never been married, and they feel like that is a heavy, heavy thing that they're carrying. Randy, what do you think?
For me, I'm kind of I have my moments when I think about it. I feel like being a person who has never been married and over 40, I start wondering things like, how could I invest so much time in the wrong women for so long? How did I fall short? Because I'm trying to do like my parents. They have 53 years of marriage, and here I am like, man, I can't even get a relationship to last more than 6 years. It depends on the woman that I'm with. So I kind of take it. Sometimes I take it hard because I sit here and I'm kind of like, I haven't been dating in like 4 years. I've been single for 7 years, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing wrong? I'm sitting here thinking more and more about it. Like, oh, man, is it me? And I have to start writing down stuff to figure out if it's me. And after a while, I'm like, oh, okay, it's not me. I guess I got to that point. Like, once you get to a certain age, you realize you're not going to accept bullshit. You're not going to, like, a lot of things, when people get older, they start, well, I can accept this, I can accept that. And I'm still at that stage where I'm like, nah, I'm not accepting any of that. If I don't have A, B, C, D, I'm not giving you A, B, C, D. And so I'm at that point now where I kind of sit on it. But yeah, it does kind of hit you in the heart every now and then when you're like looking at your friends married with kids and doing this and doing that. And you're like, but I have kids, so I feel good about that part.
Yeah, but real talk, I mean, I think that Mel's lens is 100% correct, but Mel doesn't have a frailty that many people have. So he has the strength to be able to look at it through that lens. But a lot of people, they don't have that. They feel like the world is looking like Teddy Pendergrass, the whole town's talking. Glenn, what do you think?
I'm kind of in Mel and Randy's corner about that. There was a brief moment where I was like really down on myself about being at a certain age and not being. And then I was like, to hell with that. I'm a catch, and I'm not gonna settle for anything less than what I deserve. And I have to think about that, and everybody should think like that. And I remember being in an argument with someone. I don't know, maybe about 8 years ago. It was a heated argument because her argument was, you've never been married and you're going to get married because you just don't have the right mindset about it. And I'm the wrong person to argue with sometimes. When
that was cold for you, selfish as hell. No, I'm just
No, but like you push the button and I'm like, well, you've been divorced, so you want to blame me because you got it wrong and you're putting your insecurities onto me. And I just really came back. I mean, I believe in counterpunching, so I'm not necessarily going to take that because that wasn't true. So it was more of a lot of people that push you and talk about getting married and asking you when you're going to get married and all of this other stuff is because they're unhappy with their own lives and they need to mind their business, as what's her face says. They need to do that first of all and deal with their own insecurities because if I get married, it's going to be wonderful and I'm going to make sure it's wonderful, but I'm going to do it when I get ready to do it, not because you think I should get there because your biological clock is ticking and you want to give me the stopwatch for you. So that's your issue. It's other people's problems, and that's when they put it on the people that haven't been married. I always say that, or people that have been divorced and they're pissed off because they got it wrong, and now they're pushing other people to get married or blaming the person that they're with because that person's not ready to jump in there again.
Now, I'll be candid and say sometimes I do feel a way about it, but at the same time, it doesn't make me decide I'm going to take any shorts or I'm going to, accept something that I don't want to accept. Right. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, it's a totally different standard. If they got teeth and arms and can speak English, women think that you picky if you don't choose them.
Right.
You don't really want to be married. She just got hair on her nose and hair on her back that you have to shave every other day. Other than that, she's a great girl. We're supposed to be okay with that.
We're supposed to be okay with it.
Which leads me to something else. I saw a meme earlier this week and it kind of blew my mind a bit. And it said, a friend of mine posted it actually, and this is not directed at the friend that posted it. I need to make that clear in case she's watching. But the DM said, the meme said, your DMs are dry when you know your worth. And I thought to myself, I said, that's very true. But some of y'all DMs are dry because you think you're worth more than you are.
Right. Ooh.
Mel, are you triggered by that?
Mel's never triggered.
I was saying my DMs are dry because I know my worth. Then Shawn just told me I think my worth is more than you should.
I know. He set you up to
I did not direct that to Mel Roberson. Let the record state. But I do think that we live in a time that is dangerous. There is all this self-empowerment and self-actualization. And I really think people can get a little reckless with it, and I'm a hard, hey, Randy, I'm a hard 6.5. I'm not a 10. I'm not an 11. If somebody sees me as a 10 or 11, I'm going to give you 10 or 11 energy. But when I walk out the door, I know I'm a hard 7 on a good day if I got on the right suit. You know what I'm saying? And I say that jokingly, but what I mean is I don't walk around thinking I'm all that, right? And so a lot of people, they are so souped on themselves. And I think society has helped them be that way. Well, and to be honest with you, when it comes to men and women, we're at fault for some of the women thinking that because we've treated 4s and 5s like they were 10s because we had a goal.
Man, say that again. I've seen some brothers running around with girls and treating her like she's the greatest thing in the world. And I'm looking like, man, she got a messed up personality. She can't dress. She this, she that. She yelling at you like a fool, but you sitting there treating her like she the princess of the damn ball. I'm like,
yeah, because there was somewhere he was trying to get though, probably, and then he gonna.
Social media also helps that. You can tell when a woman's broken up with her man because what does she do? She posts pictures. She lives her best life. She's finding herself. She's doing this. She's going on a trip.
I'm getting healed. Yeah.
She's getting healed. She's taking that long picture with no words and just music, and she's doing this to her face, which annoys
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
He's doing that. So
Hilarious.
we know when somebody's broken up with them. I'm sorry, they do. So
Hey, I want to
Yeah.
know.
fight me, y'all. If I don't like it, women fight me. I don't care.
Come on, Randy.
Look,
Come
is
on,
it
Randy.
just me, or does it seem like when it comes to this dating stuff, men are just we're really, really expected to settle. We're really expected to lower our bar.
Yeah, we are.
And women are never expected to do that.
Never.
Somebody on the thread already said never settle. I don't know who it was, but women believe that and stand by it. But the minute that a man holds fast to what his requirements are, then he's picky. He doesn't really want to settle down. He doesn't really want a commitment. We can't get away from the hypocrisy, but some of them irk the shit out of me because they're so blatant. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So
we've.
maybe I'm triggered. Hey, Randy. Maybe I'm triggered like Rob is every week. I don't know. Maybe I'm triggered.
You sound a little triggered tonight, Sean. I'm not sure.
You do.
Look, you do. At Paul here, he said men aren't supposed to have standards, and that's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like.
It really does.
Like
it really does. Yeah, man. It really does. And so
no, women and people say women aren't expected to settle. No, women settle on their own. You choose those wrong dudes that do you wrong, and then you come out pissed off at everybody else. You force the settlement. You're a forced settlement.
Let me do this real quick, and this is something that we've never done on the show. We got about 9 minutes left.
Nope, we've only got about the production team told us we had 5 minutes.
Got 5 minutes left. That's enough time. Yeah. Ladies that are watching, I want you to pop in the thread and tell us what you think. Do you think men are supposed to settle? Do you think that men are supposed to snatch up the first woman that shows them interest? And do you think that if they don't do that, then men aren't seriously looking for a commitment? I'd like to know what women think settling looks like for men versus what it looks like for them. And I'm just curious because I lose the thread at the end of the show. But I just want to know. I want to know what women think settling looks like for men.
Yeah, men are going to beg off of this portion of it.
Y'all going to do what? You can't speak for male. You can't speak for male. Yeah, y'all quiet like church mouses now, boy. I guess.
You ain't ask us. You asked the women.
You ain't asked the women.
You asked the women.
You asked the women. We just listening.
Yeah. Right. You the one that's triggered tonight.
Move the liquor away, Sean. Move it away.
Oh, now, Rob, we're not going to talk about liquor. Is that? That's not what we're gonna do. What we going? You got on that yellow shirt? Is that the Nipplegate shirt? You got on the Nipplegate shirt? No, this is not that shirt. Anyway, okay, man. We probably got about 3 minutes left. Now this show went very fast, and I don't know where my man Randy went. But anything on anybody's mind, man, before we get out of here? Anything that you want to share before we get out of here? Or,
Can we just thank everybody for watching us? We moved to Thursdays and we've maintained a really good audience, and we really appreciate everybody watching us. Yeah. We hope you share it with people. We love doing this show. We joke around about it all the time, but these fellas are here on Thursday nights and giving their all. So really appreciate everybody.
Oh man, I wouldn't trade this. Whenever y'all do fire me, and I know it's coming, I'm gonna look back. I'm gonna look back on this, man, as one of the great runs of my life. That I had a really, really great time. Hey, Randy, before we get out of here, man, is there anything that you're doing that you want anybody to know about? You want to promote for anybody?
Right now, I'm really not doing a lot. I got like I said, the Stress Free Zone TV show on YouTube. It's a podcast now. I'm spending a lot of time right now focusing on pitching and getting stuff done on the next level. Right now, I took a little hiatus. I got one of my short films I'm going to actually be directing, but that's later on this year. That's going to be the first time I've ever directed.
Oh, man.
Cool.
Tricked me into this. So...
Hey, man, well, the truth is the best people often don't go willingly into those spaces. Somebody else sees their talent and their ability, and they push them into those spaces, and then that's where you shine. So that's all that's going to be. You have some hesitancy, but other people see what you can do, and they're going to push you into that, and you're going to shine. We know that for sure. So
I appreciate that.
we look forward to it, man. Make sure we know about it so that we can support you. And of course, don't leave when the show ends. Stay in the green room with us and let us kick it with you for a second.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Mel, what's on your mind, man? Anything you want to tell the good people before we get out of here, man?
Man, ain't nothing. I'm just chilling with the youngest princess.
Yeah, I saw some of the good news with Puda going on, man. We applaud you and your daddyship
awesome,
and all that you do, man. And
yeah, she super proud. She made the student athletes AAC All-American Conference academic team accolades. So there were 262 student athletes at her school that had a extremely high GPA and got the academic accolades. It's hard enough being a Division I athlete, but being a Division I athlete in a pre-med program as well, and kicking ass in class, man, it really makes me proud. She's super dope.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Glenn, with your shady looking self, I just want you to know you be looking shady.
I'm reading the comments. I'm actually on my phone reading the comments. Randy, you got a few compliments in here too, brother.
I know, but he's a good-looking guy.
Yeah,
hey, you taking Rob's place tonight.
Randy, your DMs
gonna be a little hot. Your mail ain't gonna be dry. You're gonna have HM, hot mail.
Right.
My female friends laugh at me because I don't take that stuff seriously. I think it's people just talking, and they like some of them might be serious. I'm like, I don't know how to take it seriously. So
hey man, I'm that way too, man. I've had people reach out, and I don't realize that that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And I just say thank you, and I appreciate it, and keep watching us and keep supporting us. And then somebody has to follow up, or they have to come back and go, you're real dumb, because I was, but I've always been that way, dude. If you're nice to me, I don't assume that. I think you're just being nice to me.
And that's what I do, and that's probably why I haven't been on a date in a couple years now, because I don't quite get it.
The mail is really gonna heat up now,
dude.
Right, you said that. So let me say this.
No, Rob, before you say that, I need to give you this meme right now. Randy, date them all, bruh.
Date them all.
Date them all until you figure out which one you want to rock with. Now go ahead, Rob.
Hey, listen, I just want to thank our viewers for supporting us, and as Glenn's already said it, we've got a couple of things that we're putting in the works so that we can get together with you. Glenn has Wine Crawl coming up. I don't know if you want to talk about that, Glenn, but we've got a couple of things that are coming up that we'll let you know about so that you can hang with us, the guys from the cave. That's coming. So stay tuned for a number of the things that we're putting together for our viewers.
Yeah, Wine Crawl is July 17th. Samantha Dockery is running that for me. She is the Chicago franchisee, so we're looking forward to that. Robert will be there, ladies.
Yep.
It'll be ladies' day.
Come have some wine with us. But we are actually putting together some stuff. We can't tell you about it now, but if you just rock with us for a little bit, we've got some stuff that's coming for Chicago.
Yeah, the theme for the summer. The theme for the summer: boats, bottles, and belligerents.
Yes,
that's the man cave theme for the summer.
Mel, Rob.
I already went, bro.
Yeah.
You got? Did you? Oh, you talked about Poodle, right? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey.
You skipped me, Shawn. You skipped me.
I thought you just talked.
You were calling me out because you thought I was doing something shady.
Because you are, and you always are.
What I was going to say is, we talked about settling. Never settle for anything less than amazing. That's everybody, male, female, or whatever. That's my word.
I like that. I think that's a great way to end it. Everybody that joined us, I'm live from Philly. We are live from the cave. Rob is live from Miami. And we appreciate you all. Randy, you know how we feel about you, bro. Thank you so much for taking the time out to hang out with us, man. You're always an awesome guest, always great energy, dude. I want to hear the stories about your DMs after the night. Make sure you hang out with us in the green room. Everybody watching, thank you so much. This has been, until next Thursday, live from the cave.
All right. Love you guys.
Camped out at home for COVID? Join us, Indie TV, where you will see the talk shows, movies, drama, action, and comedy. Be the first and see it first. Sign up now for free at Indie TV.